제가 정말 받아도 괜찮을까요? 命令であれば従います。
Hello everyone, this is another video related to credit grinding without using real money. Welcome back to you all, and I hope you're having a nice day or night. Remember that this video is coming from my knowledge, so I may be missing some information. I do hope this helps you with the information that I am aware of. So yes, for those of you that are not aware yet, this is a custom dungeon in Code Closer server only. And it's basically all the bear dungeons that we've ran before, but with a few twists and a bit more difficult than the last dungeons we've beaten before in the past. I suggest running this dungeon at least with 5 million or more total combat power. And sometimes there will be lasers coming up from the ground in a few stages, so I suggest moving to the very corner to avoid it. Or you can avoid it with iframe or cancel, which is pretty obvious. If you were to beat all stages on both runs, you would at least earn yourself around 8 million in credits. This dungeon is great for credits if you're trying to find an alternative to earn more credits. You'll be earning mallet crystals, gold crystals, and it's a pretty decent chance for dropping a costume piece. Not much to explain here, but be sure to do these if you actually feel comfortable. Doing Team Challenge is not that difficult, due to it having different tiers of it, of course. You can always stick with the first one if you're not comfortable continuing on the rest. The reason why I mentioned Team Challenge is because this dungeon in particular guarantees mallet crystals. As you may know, mallet crystals are one of the best items in gaining credits. The thing about this is, the tiers actually do depend on the difficulty you're running. If you're not to have VVIP or VIP, Tier 1 would give you 4 mallet crystals, 5 mallet crystals for the second and third tiers, and for the fourth one, it would hand you out 6. If you were to have VVIP, and you would earn 6 for Tier 1, 7 for 2 and 3, 8 for the final tier. What I do is normally I stick with the second tier just to get it done quickly, since 7 and 8 aren't much of a big difference, of course. From the footage recorded for Team Challenge, I earned 18 mallet crystals since I ran the first tier twice on accident, and the second tier, which gave me 4.5 million in credits. Dropping items and selling them is always good when it's rare and all, but this is something that I do not plan to talk about with this topic, due to it having a low chance in dropping, but if it does for you, then feel free to sell it if you don't need it. The reason why I bring up Busan is because there's some dungeons here that is very straightforward. The dungeon that I recommend grinding is the first one on highest difficulty, due to it dropping Sea Breeze, and of course giving it a higher chance of dropping something. Another dungeon I would recommend is doing Chapter 2 City Square. What I recommend using while running these is a buff called Combined Talisman Lore Wealth Box, by crafting it through events or dropping them. From what I'm aware of, you can also obtain these through housing. If you don't have this, do not worry. You will still be gaining a decent amount of credits. P&A buffs would help you a lot as well, which brings me to the next suggestion. I've spoke a lot about P&A on Gearing Up Quickly Part 2 video, but the thing is this time, P&A can be very useful when grinding up credits. Open up your P&A by pressing the J key. You see where it says page on the top left, right? Click on the arrow and you can create a P&A page. Keep in mind this will cost you credits to create, but it's really nothing. Just wanted to let you know so you'll have your expectations set. Anyway, you create a page, then name it whatever you'd like. Maybe something like mine, which is referring to credits or loot with drops. This can be used when grinding dungeons like Busan, or maybe mostly all dailies if you're strong enough to do it on your own, or have somebody to help. I suggest doing this since this would help you a lot. I never actually mentioned anything about potions, so I might as well now. Okay, so there's some potions you can get in the beginning when creating a character, which is the J potion. This potions hand you 50% credit bonus, item bonus, and XP. If you wish to save up for this, then I strongly suggest you do. If you want to use it for leveling but also want to use it for credits, I suggest not worrying on using it while leveling since it won't do much of a difference in the long run. I suggest focusing on the story. Either way, you'll be aiming for the same goal, which is level cap, so do not fret over it. Now here's something that is new that is added into the game, which is called the credit burner. This burner is simply meant for the economy in the game. Prices definitely decreased ever since the release of this item. Before I tell you what potions you can get, please keep in mind that this is coming from my experience, so there may be more inside, and please be sure to use your credits wisely when using this. This can definitely burn out your hard-earned credits. Anyway, from what I've obtained, I've gotten items such as the potion called Holy Water. Now this potion grants you bonus credits, item bonus, and XP by 30%. When I obtained these, they would normally hand you 5 each. What I suggest doing is using this later on if you do not have much. I currently own 10 of them, but it's best to keep stacking until you've reached maybe around 70 or so. This is to prevent from having the urges of opening so many boxes as you continue to run out and with the item only being obtained through that box. I hope this helps you on your journey with earning costumes and becoming stronger. If I missed anything, please be sure to let me know down in the comments. Feel free to add me on Discord or in-game with the IGN of Miitsu.